Hey, what it do, sports world, and welcome to the Real Untouchable Podcast with me, Ray Diggs. I got a great segment for you all. Hey, I want to talk about college football transfer portal as it gets ready to open up tomorrow and what you all can expect. It's probably going to be it could be slow. It could be a lot of transfers that's getting ready to come out. It's going to stay open for 2 weeks. So a lot of these teams is going to have their spring game, which is coming up Saturday. So we'll have a pretty much an idea on where these players are going to be, what are they going to do? Right now, I can tell you right now, the most players that's in the transfer portal right now is from the Colorado Buffaloes. Okay, they got 5 players right now that's from the transfer portals that's in the transfer portals right now that's from the Colorado Buffalo. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe they knew that they wasn't going to get a playing time. They weren't going to get playing time. Maybe they don't like the way Deion Sanders coaches. Maybe they don't like the environment. I don't know what it is. It can be a plethora of things. But listen, before I get started, man, I just want to tell you all, I will not be coming on every day now how I normally do. I will be having certain days. I will be having certain days on when I come on. So make sure y'all tune in. I'm going to be putting them out days in advance. It's going to be at least 2 or 3 days a week, maybe Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Or maybe I might do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. But I'm going to let you all know when I will be coming on. It's going to be a regular show, and I will be doing instead of doing the one segment, I'm gonna start doing talk about the whole NBA. Make sure y'all tune in for the next episode. I'm gonna talk about the NBA as well. And also I will be talking about the WNBA draft, which will be tomorrow, which will I be covering the WNBA draft. But yes, the transfer portal is open up. And like I said, teams like Alabama is the team that you all need to watch out for. Um, the new head coach, the last time the transfer portal opened, y'all know that Nick Saban had just announced that he will be retiring. So players like Caleb Downs, went to Ohio State. Isaiah Bond, these players right here was pretty much out of there as soon as he announced that he would be leaving. These players pretty much was out of there. Now, the new head coach is in there. So now, I think that he might end up getting active in this, this transfer portal. And like I said, I watched Alabama play this weekend. I watched a lot of that game, and I'm gonna be honest. This Alabama team can win the national championship next season. I know y'all probably just thinking like I'm saying this because I'm an Alabama fan, but this team can win the national championship next season with Jalen Milroe. I think Jalen Milroe looked amazing at the quarterback position. He looked more comfortable. Ty Simpson, I watched the 3 plays from him. I think he was a little antsy, a little bit, maybe nerves, but Alabama is loaded at the running back position. The running back position, the tight end position, the wide receiver position, and that offensive line is going to be the Alabama offensive line could be a top 3 or 4 offensive line in all of college football, if not top 2. Okay, this is going to be a very, very dangerous offensive line, very physical offensive line led by Booker. Booker is one of those breakout players. Y'all heard it here first. Booker is going to be one of those breakout players if he stays healthy. It won't be surprising me if Booker next season in next year's NFL draft is a top 15 draft pick. And like I said, this team right here, they looked good this weekend. I watched Ohio State. Ohio State looked good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hate on them. Ohio State looked real good. With all those receivers they got, the quarterback position. I can see some of those quarterbacks pretty much transferring. Because I can see, we're seeing Aaron Nolan and saying that it's going to be a battle with those 2 quarterbacks, man, especially for the future at Ohio State. And they have a plethora of running backs as well. They got a plethora of wide receivers, the skill position. But their defense is dangerous. They have a very good defense. Now, that's the one thing I can say about Alabama that I was worried about was their secondary. But losing Kool-Aid McKinstry and Arnold, and losing Caleb Downs to Ohio State, it's going to take some time. I can already tell you. But DeBoer, like I said, Coach DeBoer, I think he's going to have this team ready. And he brought one of his targets with him, wide receiver. He is going to be that kid right there got a chance to be like a Jameson Williams. He's very, very athletic, very, very fast. And like I said, this team right here is going to be dangerous. It's going to be a hell of a season for Alabama. And I'm looking at this Alabama team, how I was looking at LSU when they hired Brian Kelly, a lot of people question, oh, he coming from Notre Dame. But you give Brian Kelly some weapons and you give him a team with some athletes and some physical players, you see what you can get. Like their defense is trash. I don't know what happened to that defense, but you give him some players and you see what happened. And you saw what happened to LSU, and definitely in the first season. But like I said, and I think that's what Keelan DeBoer will be this season at Alabama. You know, they pretty much awarded the captains, last year's captains. They gave them their footprint and their handprint and everything. That was a great moment. As you know, today Alabama, they pretty much received their SEC championship rings. So now the Nick Saban area is out of there, man. Nick Saban, of course, he's still recruiting for Alabama. You know, all y'all already know he's going to recruit for him. But Keelan DeBoer is the man now. And I think that, like I said, I think Jalen Milroe will be the starting quarterback for the University of Alabama. But the transfer portal is opening up tomorrow. It's going to be crazy, y'all. I think there's going to be a lot of players that's going to jump into this portal because there's going to be a lot of teams that's going to be punching them, especially at teams like Alabama, Ohio State. They're going to be punching at these players, basically offering them money, starting positions. It's going to get real sticky, okay? And like I said, it's wide open. This transfer portal is pretty much wide open. I expect for a lot of players to jump into this portal. And like I said before, Colorado have the most players right now at 5. They got 5 players right now in the transfer portal. I don't know what's going on down at the University of Colorado. Maybe I need to call Deion Sanders Jr. And ask him. He seemed to know everything because he's at practice every day. But like I said, I'm being sarcastic right now because y'all know I don't get along with Deion Sanders Jr. But I would like to have a relationship with him, you know, because I can get the inside scoop on what's going on at the University of Colorado. But, hey, right now, Colorado, they have 5 players in. A lot of people is looking at McClain. They're looking at McClain. They want to know, will he enter the transfer portal? Which I don't think he will. I think he's going to stay right there with Deion Sanders. He's going to ride it out, you know. But a lot of people want to know what's going to happen with him. So, and then other players, like I said, it's other players that's in there. Tennessee starting linebacker jumped into the portals today. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of players that jump in. But like I said, it's going to be money. It's going to be playing time. So I expect for a lot of players to jump into that transfer portal tomorrow or sometime this week within the 2-week, the 2-week opening that the transfer portal will be open. It will be open for 2 weeks and then it's going to close. But hey, make sure y'all tune in for the next segment of the Real Untouchable Podcast with me, Ray Diaz. Make sure y'all let me know what you all think about the transfer portal as well. We still got a lot of work to do with the transfer portals. But let me know what y'all think about the transfer portals and what's going to happen. What's going to happen to some of the top teams in college football when this transfer portal does open tomorrow. But hey, until next time, and make sure y'all tune in for the next segment. I will be talking about the NBA play-in games and the NBA playoffs is pretty much set. But I'm going to let y'all know that right there in the next segment of the Real Untouchable Podcast. Until next time, y'all have a great night, y'all. Make sure y'all be safe this week. Peace.